Hello dear students, welcome again in chemistry class. I hope that all of you safe and healthy and also you are doing your study properly. As you know that your examinations is going on, so that's why you have to do your preparation also. Okay. Second thing, again I want to repeat the same thing, that is you have to follow the SMS rule. We know that we are facing the COVID-19 problems. So now dear students, let us start the today lecture. So today I will talk about another property of colligative property, that is elevation in boiling points. So this is another colligative property. This I told you that colligative property basically depend upon amount of solute particles, or you can say concentration of solute particles, or you can say that the ratio of solute, number of particles of solute and to the number of particles of solvent. Are getting this point or not? So this is also a colligative property and also basically depend upon the number of particles, not the nature of solute. Are you getting this point or not? So now let us focus here, elevation in boiling point. It is also known as ebullioscopy. Okay, and this term we have to study for the solvent. So first of all we have to focus on the boiling points. So you know that the boiling point, what is the boiling point? The temperature at which what happens? The liquid or solution have vapor pressure equal to the atmospheric pressure. In that condition what happens? The liquid at solutions start boiling. Just you can see that here. This is what? Liquid, and at 100 degrees centigrade for water. Both forms are like, are getting this point or not? So at that temperature what happens? The vapor pressure of water is equal to atmospheric pressure, and that's why water start boiling. And you know that the atmospheric pressure may be written like this: 1 atm, or in term of bar it is 1.013 bar, or in term of mmHg this is 760 mmHg, or in term of centimeter 76 centimeter of Hg. That means the vapor pressure equal to either 1 atm, either this bar, either this mmHg, either this centimeter. In that conditions what happens? The water start boiling. Are you getting this point or not? Now what happens with the elevation of boiling points? Why the boiling points are elevated? So just think about that. If we added the non-volatile solute, so what happens basically? Think this. What happens here? First of all, we know that now the pure solvents are there in a containers. So now all the vapors came from solvent only. Okay, they also have more surface area. But now what happens? We add solute particles. So solute particles take the space of solvent particles. So that's why what happens here? The surface area of solvent particles decreases, and hence the vapor pressure also decreases. So that's why we have to boil this solution. Okay, we have to increase the temperature. So the difference between the temperature of solution and pure solvent gives you elevation in boiling points. Okay, are you getting this point or not? This is basically directly depend upon the decrease in vapor pressure also. So you can understand from this graph. So look the condition of this graph. So the graph drawn between the vapor pressure and temperature. Okay, here three temperatures are taken: T0, T1 and T2. T0 the temperature of solvent, and T1 and T2 are the temperature of solution first and solution second. Similarly, P0 the vapor pressure of, that is this is atmospheric vapor pressure. So this you can that atmospheric pressure. Okay, P1 is the vapor pressure of solution 1, and P2 the vapor pressure of solution 2. If we think about that, we know that in case of very dilute solution, what happens at the boiling point, that is ABC. At the boiling points, what happens? The graph is nearly straight line. In that condition, we are talking about the triangle, that is A, C and E, and one more triangle, that is what you can say A, D ABD. Are getting this point or not? Here two triangles are there. Okay, one triangle is ACE and second triangle is ABD. So look the conditions, and one more thing, these two triangles are similar. So we can write like this or not? We can write like this or not? AC divided by what? You can say that AB. AC divided by AB is equal to AE divided by AE divided by AD. So now look the conditions. AC. AC means AC. Yes. C is T2 and A is T0. You can say that. So we can write like this man. T2 minus T0 divided by T1 minus T0. A T0. You can say T0 and B T1. Similarly, look about the pressure AE. So now, here again, what about the pressure? So here A, at A point, the pressure P0 and E point, pressure P2. In that condition, you can write like this: P0 minus P2. Similarly, P0 minus P1. Are getting this point or not? If we take the difference, in that condition, we can write like this or not? Delta T2, delta T1 equal to delta P. Okay? So here you can write like this: delta T2 equal to delta P2 and delta T1 equal to delta P1. Okay? Are getting this point or not? So now we can say right like another. We can say now like this: delta T is directly proportional to delta P. So that means the elevation in boiling point basically directly proportional to decrease in vapor pressure, and according to Brown's law. Okay, what happens here? You can note it down this. Now, according to Brown's law, what happens here? Delta T is directly, sorry, you can write like this: delta P directly proportional to what? Molality. Therefore, we know that delta T directly proportional to delta P, hence this is directly proportional to molality. Okay, so we can write the formula like this: delta T equal to, okay, here we write TB or boiling point, so delta TB equal to KB into molality. So we got this formula. Here KB is known as molar elevation constant. This is known as molar elevation constant, or also known as ebullioscopic constant. Okay? TB is, what is the TB? Difference in boiling point of solution and solvent. That is known as what? Elevation in boiling point. So delta TB equal to, you can write like this: delta TB equal to E naught B, sorry, delta TB equal to TB minus T naught B. Here TB is the boiling point of solution. As I told you, after adding the non-volatile solute, the boiling point of solution increases. Okay, you can look from the graph here. Here T2 is the boiling point of the solution. Second, solvent boils at T0. So now the difference between them is known as delta T. Are getting this point or not? And this is the boiling point of solvent. Boiling point of pure solvent. Here not means pure. Okay. One more thing we know that molarity is equal to number of mole by weight of solvent in kg. So we can put the number of mole or weight of solvent. So now the formula becomes like this: delta TB equal to kb multiplied by what? Weight divided by molar weight of solvent, solute, and weight of solvent in kg. If we want to change the kg into gram, so we have to multiply by 1000. So now the formula become like this. So this formula you have to use in your board examinations. If one question may be raised from this formula. Okay, so this formula and this difference you have to know properly. Here the difference may be in degree centigrade or may be in Kelvin. So no need to change to centigrade into Kelvin. Difference is always same. Or getting this point or not? In case of difference, no need to require to change into Kelvin. Okay. Now, so these are the basic formula of elevation boiling points. Again, kVh basically depend on the nature of solvent. If the solvent are changed, in that condition, the kVh also change. If one question arises, we define the molar elevation constant. So what happens here? If molarity equal to 1, in that condition, delta Tb equal to Kb. That means molar elevation constant will be defined as the elevation boiling point when the molarity is unity. So by this way you can also define the molar elevation constant. Are you getting this point or not? What about the unit? So look the unit. Okay. So what is the unit of this? So we can write the unit of this like this. Kb equal to delta Tb divided by molarity. And you know that it is the difference in temperature, maybe Kelvin, maybe degree centigrade. So you can write like this, degree centigrade by molarity or Kelvin by molarity, or you can write degree centigrade by what? Mole per kg. This is the unit of molarity. So now this formula become degree centigrade kg mole inverse, or you can write this formula like this, the unit of kb k in Kelvin kg mole inverse. So these are all unit of what? kb. Are getting this point or not? So now how can you calculate the kb? The one formula given to calculate for calculation of kb. So kb equal to r T naught b whole square is the boiling point of pure solvent. Okay, 1000 into delta H vaporization. So by this formula we can calculate the kb. As you know that kb is the property of solvent. So we are taking the property of water. So how we can calculate the kb for water? Look at here. For water, what happens? The delta H vaporization is, this is 540 calorie per gram, and here Tb, you know that the boiling point occurs at what? 100 degree centigrade. So that's why we take for water this is 373 Kelvin, and R in calories 2. Now putting this value, we can get kb equal to for water. So 2 multiply by 373 whole twice divided by 1000 and multiply by 440. By solving this we get 0.515. That is approximate, we can say 0.52. So this is the value of kb for water. Are getting this point or not? So by this way we can also calculate the kb for given solvent. Okay, so this is the common solvent. So for this you can learn the kb for water is 0.52. Are getting this point or not? Some values of kb are also given in the NCERT, so you can see from there. Okay, now let us focus on one numericals regarding the elevation boiling points. So now look at the questions which are related to the elevation boiling point formula. The boiling point of benzene, okay, is 535.23 Kelvin. So this is the solvent boiling point. Are getting this point or not? In pure form. Now what happens if 1.80 gram of non-volatile solutes are non-volatile, that means which are no gives any vapor pressure, that means not produce any, that means do not change into the gaseous state, was dissolving 90 gram of benzene. Here the mass of benzene given 90 gram. The solvent, the boiling point is raised to 354.11 Kelvin. So basically this is the boiling point of which solution. Okay, so calculate the molar mass of solute. Kb is given here. So for this we have to write the formula delta Tb equal to Kb multiplied by W2 into 1000 divided by M2 is multiplied by M2 multiplied by W1. M2 is asking to me, but before that we have to find the delta Tb. So delta Tb is the difference between the solution and solvent. So first of all we have to find the delta Tb. So delta Tb equal to Tb minus T naught. Here Tb is given 354.11 Kelvin minus what happens here? This is given 353.23 Kelvin. Are getting this point or not? So the difference between them. So find the difference. 1, 3. So what the difference? 8. Okay, and 8. That means 0.88 the difference between the what boiling point of solution to the boiling point of solvent. So by this way we can delta Tb. Here the difference is always same, so no need to change it. Okay. Now put the value of this into the formula elevation boiling point. So we have to find the M2. So look at the condition. M2 can be transferred here and delta Tb here. So we put the formula like this. Now Kb W2 into 1000 divided by what? Delta Tb multiplied by W1. Now putting this formula, if you write here, the 1 mass will be confirmed. Now put the value. Try to write the all values with their proper unit. So now Kb is given how much? 2.53 Kelvin kg per. Okay. W2 is given 1.80 gram, and this is given 1000. Okay, divided by delta Tb given how much? 0.88 Kelvin, and W1 given how much? 90 gram. Are getting this point or not? So putting these values, now we get the final answer. So the final answer is what is 58 gram per mole. So now this is your final answer. Okay, by putting this value you can also get one numbers. Okay, and if write the answer properly, so you got one more marks. In 3 marks you can get 3 marks like this. So this type of question may be raised in the board examinations. So most of the case they are asking the molar mass of solute, but sometimes they also ask the what? The mass of solute. Okay, sometimes they ask the dilution boiling points. So out of these, one is missing, which you have to find by using this formula. Are getting this point or not? So by this way we can know about the elevation boiling points, that is a type of colligative property. Okay dear students, so try to number of questions given in the sheet and also in the NCERT book. Okay, more practice, more will be the benefited to you. So that's why continue your study. Okay, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you dear students.